Okay, students. So right now I am with Professor Aditya Bandopadhyay from IIT-Kharagpur, and he has some projects to display in this event. So let us discuss with sir. So sir, first of all, what responsibilities you are holding in IIT-Kharagpur right now?
So I am an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. I am also the coordinator of the MN Farooqui Innovation Center, which is a tinkering lab at IIT Kharagpur.
Great.
And I am also the coordinator of the Design Innovation Center at IIT Kharagpur.
DIC IIT Kharagpur.
Yes.
So there are 20 DIC. Among them, one is IIT Kharagpur,
yes.
whose coordinator is sir.
Yes.
Okay, great sir.
So I belong from the mechanical engineering background, and the co-coordinator, who is Professor Rintu Banerjee, she is from the Department of Agricultural and Food Engineering.
Okay sir. So what is your motive to come today in this event?
Okay, so this event has provided a great platform to interact with various other DICs and startups, in fact. So we can see where their focus is and how possibly our focus can also align with their, so that we can have a better India. That is what we want.
So actually the event is important because 20 important DICs in India. Okay, so all have come together here to understand each other also.
Absolutely.
Okay, what others are doing.
And it is to build a synergy between all the entities, including the Atal Innovation Lab, including the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan program, and this DIC.
So right now, sir, on what projects you have recently worked?
Yes.
On what projects you are right now working, and on what projects you may work on in future?
Absolutely. So let's come over here. I'll show you some interesting things.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing, so we will first talk about the projects which we are at the DIC we are undertaking as we speak. So the first thing is creation of polylactic acid from food waste, from dining waste.
Okay.
So Professor Rintu Banerjee and her students have developed a polymer which is polylactic acid. It's still stretchable, right? It can be molded as any way you like. And the interesting thing is this is created with the help of the food waste that we obtained from a
hostels
at IIT Kharagpur.
Oh, great. So what is the objective of making this product now?
So polylactic acid is a non-toxic and biodegradable polymer, which can be used to make many parts. In fact, the commercially available polylactic acid is the one which is widely used in 3D printers.
Okay.
So this has a tremendous potential, especially given the backdrop that this is made from. So very happy. Yes.
Economically,
in fact, for them, so this is what they would like. We would like to call as circular economy and waste to wealth. So this is something which we are working on. The other thing that we are working on is surface engineering for agricultural tools, and my colleague can hand me the two sample engineering department. My colleagues, they have been working on how coating can drastically improve the abrasion resistance. So this is raw Inconel, and this is Inconel which is thermally sprayed with ytterbium stabilized zirconia.
Okay.
So as you can see, after the test, one has very deep groove, so it shows a lot of abrasion, whereas this coating there is hardly any abrasion. So this could be potentially and it is
also looking beautiful, na?
The plus point is it looks beautiful as well. So the benefit is that even someone who is operating big machinery, so those people can benefit tremendously because the downtime can come down by a large extent.
Yes, sir. Good. So this surface engineering is part of mechanical, or
it is part of mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So through the DIC, various faculty members and students have been undertaking various kinds of projects.
Okay,
great. So one such work is this surface engineering.
Nice work, sir.
Because it is directly relevant to the rural people. So one big objective of the DIC at IIT Kharagpur was to cater to the needs of rural people. Because as we can see, different DICs have different objectives. Some cater more towards healthcare, some cater more towards education. But here the primary focus was more on education, as we can see from the activities which were done prior to me by Professor PBS Bhadoria. The activities have, so let's start over here. So the most famous product from IIT Kharagpur is what we say the moody making machine. Moody is puff rice.
Okay.
And a lot of small scale people, so individuals who have some space, they want to undertake such kinds of entrepreneurial activities. So they have undertaken these kind of activities. They have sustenance, they have good livelihood through this. The moody, chida, rice polishing, even the potter. So near Kharagpur on towards Jhargram, there is a village Lodhasoli. So it's a potter's village. So a lot of people are engaged in pottery.
Okay.
So over there, these people, what we have supplied to them, they make tremendous use of that. And then they themselves have said, so you please modify it as per our demands. And it's a synergistic move with them as well.
Great.
Sabai grass. So near the region where we are, this kind of long grasses, they can be threshed. The fibers can be extracted, sisal fiber as well. With that, very strong ropes can be made, which are water resistant.
Okay, so now we are discussing with Subham sir from IIT Kharagpur about his project. Yeah.
So actually it's Professor Aditya Bandopadaya's projects as well. So we are displaying two medical devices for especially for the primary healthcare centers. So this is, as you can see, this is the electronic stethoscope. There are some stethoscopes available in the market, electronic stethoscope, but they are very much expensive. So what we have done the disruptive technology to disrupt the MedTech market, and this is very low cost electronic stethoscope. So in the primary health center, especially in rural areas, there is no doctors, right? And it is not easy to rely on the interpretation of the community health worker on the data that how they interpret the data.
Yes.
So what we have done is we have trained, as you can see in this picture, we have trained several community health worker, primary health worker on using this electronic stethoscope. They record the lungs and heart sound, and they know all the auscultation points where to put the stethoscope, and they record the lungs and heart sound, and then they send it to the back-end doctor. The back-end doctor can download the information. As you can see, the app is also provided. You just need to plug it with your Android phone. It will capture all the lung sound and the heart sound, and as we progress, we are also using AI/ML algorithm to categorize the risk severity score for pulmonary diseases, for cardiovascular diseases. This is we are doing with the electronic stethoscope. And here another project we are working on, all vital monitoring system. So in a single unit, it can measure blood pressure, pulse rate, SpO2, body temperature, as well as respiratory rate. And it can be linked to a mobile app, and the device sends all their data to the mobile app, so that they don't need to put any numbers in the mobile app by themselves. And you can have a risk assessment for the patient who are suffering from BP or other diseases as well. So these two products we have developed the prototype, and we have also trained the community health.
Okay. Apart from this, I would like to draw your attention to a small portable device that we have over here, and it's useful for detecting milk adulteration. So this device, it works on the principle of microfluidics, which is not an upcoming field now. By now it has become a very mature field, which necessitates very little amount of reagents and samples required to conduct tests. Analytical tests, which otherwise would have required at least 5 to 10 ml of volume, it would require a lab. Okay, so we cut a piece of paper in this particular shape, we close the CD. The paper itself contains the different analytes. It is immobilized on the ends of the paper. Then we close this. Milk is dropped at this port by means of a dropper, and the phone is kept so that it is aligned with this hole. And the turrets internally, they rotate so that the camera is aligned with the spot. So if there are different kinds of adulterants, and the common ones are sodium hydroxide, starch, peroxide, urea detergent, boric acid, then there is a colorimetric change which the mobile can detect and tell the user at so and so location at this and this time.
It will indicate that these are
the kind of adulterants, and because there are various adulterants,
it
there are
cannot
different.
remove, no?
Oh, it will not remove. So it's to tell, it's to inform the users. Removing it is a very, very challenging task. Okay, removing an adulterant is like.
So these are always present in milk?
No. So in proper milk, you will find that no color has changed. If the doodhwala or whoever is mixing all this to increase their specific density or to make it look whiter, then you will immediately understand your doodhwala is doing
So
something.
means every individual can have this?
Ideally, yes. Or
and
even at a
get
distribution center, they can do this test once. एक batch test कर लिया, बोल दिया fine.
तो मेन चैलेंज है दूध में जो मिलावटें
रोकने के लिए
हैं वो काफ़ी हार्मफुल है बॉडी के, ठीक है ना? और यूरिया का जो कंटेंट है वो तो एक्सेसिव अगर होगा तो डेफिनेटली
अरे it causes lot of pain for older people.
So in future, you please try to make something that can also remove
Good point.
these things.
Good point. Very good
Yeah,
point.
new idea.
Absolutely new idea.
So some students, जो भी बच्चे आगे मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट में सर के अंडर में PhD
कोई भी
MS करना
department,
चाहते हैं,
कोई भी department.
So this can be idea. Okay, in SOP they can mention that we want to do this thing. This research we want to do.
Absolutely.
And
See, we want to promote all kinds of students. They come with us with different ideas.
So sir,
We
finally,
brainstorm, yeah.
one last question from your side. Why students should join IIT-Kharagpur for higher education?
Well, IIT Kharagpur is the mother of all IITs. It's the oldest IIT, it's the biggest IIT. The kind of breadth and depth we have in the departments, be it agricultural, food engineering or computer science, we have everything that you need. All kinds of centers, not just restricted to engineering, but sciences, arts, even humanities. It's got it all. It's a very pleasant campus to live in. It gives a lot of intellectual stimulation. A lot of intellectual stimulation. And see, I mean, the students that come in each year, I mean, from undergraduate, there's like 1,200 students intake every year, from masters, from PhDs. We get such a broad spectrum of students. Some of them are just super exceptional. Just have to give them an idea. And when other students also start to intermingle with them, it leads to an elevation of everyone in general. We provide a very congenial atmosphere for everyone to undertake work in fabrication, in basic analysis, or computer science, or data processing, whatever is the case. We always try to provide a very, very congenial atmosphere for them.
Great, great. So thank you very much, sir, for giving us this valuable time.